Hey guys, Brian here from Better Chess Training, and today we are going to use one of the features on Lichess, which is the puzzle themes, and we are going to practice keeping our eyes open during the opening phase of the game. I recently played a game that uh, I ended up losing the game, but I had an opportunity in the opening to gain a slight advantage. But because I kind of played the opening robotically, kind of just plunked my moves forward, I was not able to gain that advantage. So we always want to keep our eyes open, even if we're playing a system we're familiar with. We always want to keep on alert for potential tactics. So here is one of the puzzles that are in front of me. And for each of these, I'm going to do maybe 4 or 5, depending on how long they take. I want you to keep your eyes open for potential tactics. Okay, in this one, looks like the black is just captured on d3, and material is, well, actually, it looks like black is up a couple pawns, but we have a little bit of danger here because this piece is hanging and attacked, and so if I capture this piece here, he can just capture my bishop here. If I move my bishop to safety, then he is attacking my rook. So what can we do here? As I look at it, there's a couple ways to capture this knight. We can capture with the queen, but we can actually capture with the pawn too. And that opens up this line. Actually, let's see, are there any tactics here? Yes, I think I can capture this knight with the pawn, and then if he takes my bishop, I can win that bishop. I will be a piece ahead for a couple pawns, and that should be pretty good. Okay, so let's try it. I haven't seen this puzzle before, and all these puzzles I'm going to be seeing for the first time, so hopefully I'll be able to solve all of these. And here we win the piece, and we are winning in this particular position. Okay, let's try the next one. Again, you can pause it and try to solve it yourself, okay? Okay, and go ahead and pause it. I'll give you a few seconds. Okay, let's take a look at this together. Now, this is interesting because we have a lot of firepower kind of coming in on this king. Let me take a look at the material balance here. It looks like we sacrificed a piece for a couple pawns to get this attack on the king. First thing I want to look at here are these knight exchanges here on f3. Unfortunately, he's got 3 defenders on it, so I think it's actually doesn't work there. But do I have something? What other options do I have here? Other checks we have are queen to g2 check. Let's see, do we have any smothered mate opportunities? That's kind of what I'm looking for here. Fortunately, I don't think so. Queen to d2 check, bishop takes g2, and I was thinking knight to h3 check, king to h1. Then I don't think we have any follow-up there. So let's see, is there any, what else we have here? Actually, I wonder if let's explore this line here. Knight g to f3 check. Then knight takes f3. Knight takes f3, and then he has both the bishop and the queen that can take on f3. So that looks like it doesn't work. Actually, there is another check here that we need to explore. This is why it's always good when you see these out. You have to look at the forcing moves. We have queen to g3 check. And if he plays bishop to g2, then we mate him here on g2. And if I play queen to g3 check and he takes with the pawn, that clears the h3 square for my knight. And now my knight can come in here, and I believe that's checkmate, because my knight is covering the g2 square, and this bishop is still is preventing the king to go to h1. So here we go. And there we go. Another checkmate. That one was a little bit trickier because you had to sacrifice your queen. So I hope you guys found that one. And again, this is a feature on Lichess. You can choose a bunch of different themes. Maybe I'll make a different video just on that feature. And my friend Stacia Pugh, my training partner, I knew about it, but she uses it quite often for her own training. So it kind of got me to look at it as well. Okay, let's do the next one together. Again, this is to help train you to keep your eyes open during the opening phase of the game. Okay, well, let's take a look. What I like to do, I like to come to material first, just to kind of give me an idea. And it looks here like material is even, although we can see here very different pawn structures here. So let's take a look here. We have, well, let's see. You always want to look at these areas of attack too. So what do we have here? I'm going to just explore this. Bishop takes f3, and if g takes f3, then we have queen to h4 check. But then the bishop can come back here, and then if the knight takes, the knight can actually take. If knight takes g3, knight takes g3. And it doesn't look like we have anything quite yet there. Now, what if we... What if I were to play bishop takes f3, g takes f3, and then take on f4 first? So bishop takes f3, g takes f3, otherwise white is down a piece. Then knight takes f4, knight takes f4, and then queen to h4 check. Or, yeah, queen to h4 check. Now there's nothing that can block. The king has to move, and then we can pick up that knight. And then we would be up a piece. So that looks pretty good. Pretty much there's no other way. There's no counter checks or really any counter captures that are effective. So I think that is it. Let me just check my move order here. Does it matter whether I take the bishop first or the knight first? It does, because if this knight captures here, this queen will be protecting, and that would ruin the combination. So bishop takes f3, knight takes f4, and queen to h4 check. And here we win a piece. I hope you guys got that. And let's try the next one. Okay, again, again, the opening phase. Pause the video, take your time, try to figure this out, and then we'll do it together. Okay, now taking a look at this, again, let's do a quick count of the material. It looks like material is even. In fact, it doesn't look like any pieces have been exchanged. This is from the 7th move in a game. That's something you can see too. You can actually, these are all from Lichess games. So these are very early in the opening. We see this pile up here on e5, and it probably has to do with something like that. So let's see what themes do we see here? Well, one thing I see right away is this fork. Are we winning material here? Here's what I'm seeing. Let's look at knight to b5. Attacking the queen, pretty much the queen has to move. If the queen moves away from the protection of this bishop, we're just going to take that bishop with check. If the queen moves to b8, then what do we have here? Then we can actually take on d7. The knight will be, well, does that work? Then the knight will be attacking the queen, but he can take back with the queen, and this bishop will still be protected. So that might not be it. see here. A couple of other ideas. We could take on d6. Knight, so knight to b4. Actually, knight to b5, queen to b8, and then we take on d6. After queen takes d6, then knight takes f7. Does that win any material? The queen is attacked, so let's say the queen moves. Then I think we just win this knight. Okay, let's see if there's anything better. So knight to b5 so far is our #1 candidate based on this fork. I don't see really anything else because nothing else really comes with any check or with any force. For example, knight takes d7, then we could just go queen takes d7. Although queen takes d7 actually doesn't work here because of bishop to b5 with that pin. But let's say bishop takes d7, and then everything looks protected. Actually, then we'd have, no, we don't have knight to b. See, there we don't have knight to b5 anymore because the bishop is covering it. So I think knight to b5 is the best. Let's hope we're right. Let's try it. All right. He gets this check off. The knight is protected, so we don't have to do anything there. And here, actually, I think here we actually have to play b4 to attack this queen. Because if we just play c3 here, then I think that he gets off the hook by just going bishop to b8. So I think we're going to play b4 and then go into, he could drop back. I think that's what we have to do. Hopefully I'm right. Okay. He has to take there. And then the key, I think, here is I attack it one more time. And the idea is that now this queen has to move somewhere else. And then I'm going to be able to win this bishop. Okay? So that was another one. Again, that was on the 7th move of the game. And you always want to keep awake in the opening. Let's do a couple more. I'm having fun. I hope you guys are too. And here we are. This is on move 12 of this particular game from a blitz game or a rapid game from Lichess. Go ahead and pause the video. Give yourself a couple minutes to try to figure this out. And then let's solve it together. Okay. Let's take a look here. Again, let's take a look at the material. It looks like material is even. 3 minor pieces for both sides, 2 rooks and a queen, and the same number of pawns, it looks like. And first thing that came to me here was it's sort of like a Boden's mate idea, but this bishop is protecting here. So I don't think that is the answer. I do notice this bishop coming in here looks pretty fierce. But let's see if we can find that's not quite feeling anything extremely obvious to me. Let's look at this bishop takes b2 check. Again, I'm not sure if I really see anything. Well, what do we have here? We have, this is interesting. We do have some potential. Bishop takes b2 check, takes b2. Queen to b5 check. And now if this king goes to, if the king were to go to a light square, we could come out here with bishop to f5 check, but I don't see anything there. One other idea I see is just simply queen to, this is interesting, queen to b5. So this is actually kind of tricky. If he takes here, b takes a3, we can play bishop to f5, threatening this mate here on b1. And to stop it, I don't know if he can really stop it here. let me give you an example. Queen to b5, b takes a3, and then bishop to f5. Now, if you play something like knight to d4, we just have queen to b1 is checkmate. Now, if he blocks it with, say, e4, then we play bishop takes e4, and we're attacking the queen, and again, threatening checkmate. It looks kind of incredulous. Like this pawn is pinned, so it can't advance. And all of these other pieces are out of position to try to protect. Cannot protect b2. So he has to take the bishop if he wants to avoid getting checkmated. If he tries to escape, like say playing rook to, let's say he plays rook to e1, then I think I could just go bishop takes b2 check, and if the king tries to go, well, maybe queen takes, let's see here, we got to be a little careful. Bishop takes b2 check. If the king goes to e1, then easily queen to a4 looks like mate. And then if he goes elsewhere, then I'm still threatening, like if he goes to either b1 or, well, he can't go to b1 because he'll get mated. If he goes to c2, I will check him again anyway with the queen. And then if he tries to escape, maybe I'll do it with the bishop. I'm not sure. I just think it looks dangerous. I think it's queen to b5. I wonder what you guys think. Here we go. Okay, that is correct. And let me just double check here. Bishop to f5. It doesn't look like there's any way to stop this mate. Yeah, I think bishop to f5. He has to take it. And we take it back, and we're up a lot of material. So that was a little tricky. But again, opening phase of the game, what move was that? That was move 14. That would have been a 14-move miniature. Just an interesting thing. You want to be always aware in your openings for tactics. Let's do one more. Okay. Again, I'm going to go ahead, pause the video, give yourself a few minutes to try to figure it out, and I will do the same. Okay, let's take a look at this. Again, I like to count the material. Material looks even. For all the minor pieces are on, all the rooks, the queens are on, and it looks like both sides have 7 pawns apiece. Now, this does look like we've got a couple things here. This bishop is hanging, but we've got this this focus here on this knight, or there's on this square. So what I'm seeing right away, a couple things, is bishop takes h7 check, king takes h7, and after queen to f5 check, I've got a double attack, and then I can win this knight here. That would put me up. That would put me up a piece. Now the question is do I get anything more from just playing queen to f4 right away, threatening checkmate? I don't think I do, because there he could just move one of his knights. So I think bishop takes h7 check. This is move 14 of the game, and this is one where the knights were protecting each other, it looks like, but now one has moved away, and this is going to give me this opportunity. So hopefully you guys got this. Bishop takes h7 check. Let me just double check. Queen to h4 check. Let's say he blocks, or if he moves back, it doesn't matter. I'm going to take here on d7 with the queen, because I don't want to have any issues with getting forked or pinned or anything like that. So queen to f5 check, and I think it's just queen takes d7, and here I have up a piece. So that's all we're going to do for today. Hey guys, thanks for watching that video. I hope you enjoyed it. Also, let me know what you think of these sort of shorter videos focusing on tactics more towards the beginner side, although these tactics were some of these were a little tricky. So I would say these were sort of beginner and intermediate tactics, maybe more towards the intermediate. Let me know what you think about that in the comments below. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and click there. And if you want to see more about getting better at tactics, I have some videos over here. Check that out, and I will see you soon.